Hi, I'm Hobie1. This is Ch4 Reading. Tonight I'm reading Chapter 4 of the great Midnight book by Dean R. Koontz. It's terrifying. Glasses. Check. Chapter 4. From the east, twilight drifted down on Moonlight Cove, as if it were a mist not of water, but of smoky purple light. When Sam Booker got out of his car, the air was chilly. He was glad that he was wearing a wool sweater under his corduroy sport coat. As a photocell activated all the street lamps simultaneously, he strolled along Ocean Avenue, looking in shop windows, getting a feel for the town. He knew that Moonlight Cove was prosperous, that unemployment was virtually non-existent thanks to new wave microtechnology, which had headquartered there 10 years ago, yet he saw signs of a faltering economy. Tailor's Fine Gifts and Sanger's Jewelry had vacated their shops. Through their dusty plate glass windows, he saw bare shelves and empty display cases and deep, still shadows. New Attitudes, a trendy clothing store, was having a going out of business sale, and judging by the dearth of shoppers, their merchandise was moving sluggishly, even at 50 to 70% off original prices. By the time he had walked 2 blocks west to the beach end of town, crossed the street, and returned 3 blocks along the other side of Ocean Avenue to Knightsbridge Tavern, twilight was swiftly waning. A nacreous fog was moving in from the sea. We should probably go look that up because I don't know what nacreous means. Hi, it's Hobie1. Just a little aside. It's pronounced nacreous, but my 1987 American Heritage Dictionary, my 1987 American Heritage Dictionary did not have the word nacreous. According to Google, is a stratospheric cloud about 20,000 meters high. Nacreous clouds. Nacreous stratospheric. And the air itself seemed iridescent, shimmering delicately. A plum-colored haze lay over everything, except where the street lamps cast showers of mist-softened yellow light, and above it all was a heavy darkness coming down. A single moving car was in sight, 3 blocks away, and at the moment Sam was the only pedestrian. The solitude combined with the queer light of the dying day to give him the feeling that this was a ghost town inhabited only by the dead. As the gradually thickening fog seeped up the hill from the Pacific, it contributed to the illusion that all the surrounding shops were vacant, that they offered no wares other than spiderwebs, silence, and dust. "You're a dour bastard," he told himself, too grim by half. Experience had made a pessimist of him. The traumatic course of his life to date precluded grinning optimism. Tendrils of fog slipped around his legs. At the far edge of the darkening sea, the pallid sun was half extinguished. Sam shivered and went into the tavern to get a drink. Of the 3 other customers, none was in a noticeably upbeat mood. In one of the back vinyl booths off to the left, a middle-aged man and woman were leaning toward each other, speaking in low voices. A gray-faced guy at the bar was hunched over his glass of draft beer, holding it in both hands, scowling, as if he had just seen a bug swimming in the brew. In keeping with its name, Knightsbridge reeked ersatz British atmosphere, a different coat of arms. Each, no doubt, copied from some official heraldic reference book, had been carved from wood and hand-painted, and inset in the back of every bar stool. A suit of armor stood in one corner. Fox hunting scenes hung on the walls. Sam slid into a stool. Well, he slid onto a stool, actually. 8 down from the gray-faced man. The bartender hurried to him. wiping a clean cotton rag over the already immaculate, highly polished oak counter. "Yes, sir, what'll it be?" He was a round man from every aspect, a small, round potbelly, meaty forearms with a thick thatching of black hair, a chubby face, a mouth too small to be in harmony with his other features, a puggish nose that ended in a round little ball, eyes round enough to give him a perpetual look of surprise. "You have Guinness?" Sam asked. "It's a fundamental of a real pub, I'd say. But if we didn't have Guinness, why, we might as well convert to a tea shop." He was a mellifluous voice. Every word he spoke sounded as smooth and round as he looked. He seemed unusually eager to please. "Would you like it cold or just slightly chilled? I keep it both ways." "Very slightly chilled." "Good man." When he returned with a Guinness and a glass, the bartender said, "Name's Bert Peckham. I own the joint." Carefully pouring the stout down the side of the glass to ensure the smallest possible head, Sam said, "Sam Booker. Nice place, Bert." "Thanks. Maybe you could spread the word. I try to keep it cozy and well-stocked, and we used to have quite a crowd, but lately it seems like most of the town either joined a temperance movement or started brewing their own in their basements, one or the other. Well, it's a Monday night. These last couple months, it's not been unusual to be half empty even on a Saturday night, which never used to happen." Bert Peckham's round face dimpled with worry. He slowly polished the bar while he talked. "What it is, I think maybe this health kick Californians have been on for so long has finally just gone too far. They're all staying home, doing aerobics in front of the VCR, eating wheat germ and egg whites or whatever the hell it is they eat, drinking nothing but bottled water and fruit juice and titmouse milk. Listen, a tippler to a day is good for you." Sam drank some of the Guinness, sighed with satisfaction, and said, "This sure tastes as it ought to be good for you." "It is. Helps your circulation. Keeps your bowels in shape." "Ministers ought to be touting its virtues each Sunday, not preaching against it." "All things in moderation, and that includes a couple of brews a day." You know, they say a Guinness a day keeps the doctor away. Perhaps realizing that he was polishing the bar a bit obsessively, he hung the rag on a hook and stood with his arms folded across his chest. You just passing through, Sam?" "Actually," Sam lied, "I'm taking a long trip up the coast from L.A. to the Oregon line, loafing along, looking for a quiet place to semi-retire." "Retire? You kidding?" "Semi-retire. But you're only what, 41? 42. "What are you, a bank robber?" "Stockbroker. Made some good investments over the years. Now I think I can drop out of the rat race and get by well enough just managing my own portfolio. I want to settle down where it's quiet. No smog, no crime. I've had it with L.A. If this is interesting to you, please be sure to boop the like button. You will help the video, spread to other people. And thank you very much. I appreciate you." "People really make money in stocks?" Peckham asked. "I thought it was about as good an investment as a craps table in Reno. Wasn't everybody wiped out when the stock market blew up a couple years ago?" He's talking about Black Monday from 1987. "It's a mug's game for the little guy. But you can do all right if you're a broker, and if you don't get swept up in the euphoria of a bull market. No market goes up forever or down forever. You just have to guess right about when to start swimming against the current." "Retiring at 42, Peckham said wonderingly. "And when I got into the bar business, I thought I was set for life. Told my wife, in good times, people drink to celebrate. In bad times, they drink to forget. So there's no better business than a tavern. Now look, He indicated the nearly empty room with a sweeping gesture of his right hand. I'd have done better selling condoms in a monastery. Give me another Guinness? Sam asked. Hey, maybe this place is about to turn around yet. When Peckham returned with a second bottle of stout, Sam said, Moonlight Cove might be what I'm looking for. I guess I'll stay a few days and get the feel of it. Can you recommend a motel? There's only one left. Never been much of a tourist town. No one here really wanted that, I guess. Up until this summer. We had 4 motels. Now the 3 are out of business. I don't know. Even as pretty as it is, maybe this burg is dying, as far as I can see. We aren't losing population, but damn it, we're losing something. He snatched up the bar rag again and began to polish the oak. Anyway, try Cove Lodge on Cypress Lane. That's the last cross street on Ocean Avenue. It runs along the bluff, so you'll probably have a room with an ocean view. Clean, quiet place. Oh, I want to stay there, man. That's the end of Chapter 4. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in Chapter 5. Bye.